Hi everyone, it's Francis here from Lead Hero, and today I'm going to talk about one of the most important aspects of lead management. And this is a really important training, okay? Because I'm going to show you how to get all of your leads from different sources, whether it be Worcester Bosch, Boiler Guide, Weissman, Check a Trade, TrueQuote, Which, Trusted Trader, all of these different sources, okay? You have leads coming in from everywhere. And most of the time they're going to come in with an email of some sort, okay, notification. So I'm going to show you, and I'm going to walk you through all the way from end to end how to automate that process so you don't have to put manually those leads into your Lead Hero, Marketing Automation Suite, and even your job management platform, and automate your whole system, okay? This is the training, so put your stuff down, give it your attention. If you don't have time right now, come back later and follow along with your Lead Hero platform, and you can do this yourself, and it's really easy. Once you get the hang of it, you're going to be automating so much more. So I'm talking about emails, okay? So here's an example. Any lead that comes in an email format, ideally you'll have things like name, postcode, you'll have an email address of the lead, and a phone number. Okay, that's in an ideal situation. Sometimes you don't have all of that data, okay, and that's okay too, because even if you don't have it all, you can still automate a lot. So you can still free up your time so that you're not duplicating every entry, and it just happens more seamlessly. So I'm going to use an example. Okay, we're going to do an example live, a step-by-step with a lead from Worcester Bosch, for example. And what happens with those leads is the workflow. Actually, I'll take you through the workflow here first. So what happens? A lead comes in from any of these sources via an email. Okay, email. And that email will have certain fields. Okay, now we're going to use a third-party software called Zapier. Now, any of you Lead Hero clients out there, you'll know it's part of the onboarding process. We ask you to get your Zapier account going, and Zapier has a bit of a email inbox feature called Parser. Okay, and that you can find it at parser.zapier.com. It's part of Zapier, but it's just for creating email boxes that you can then process in Zapier, use to send that data anywhere you want. And in this case, we're going to send it to Lead Hero, so it comes up as a new lead with the source, with the value, everything you would need, and it will just come into your dashboard, into the opportunities section, pretty much just like all of your other leads do in terms of advertising and PPC and Facebook and that sort of thing. So listen up, now we're going to get started. So the lead comes in the first instance as an email from Worcester Bosch, okay, but this could be TrueQuote or Check a Trade or wherever it is, okay, and then it'll either come in already in the format that we need, which it will have name, postcode, phone, email address. But if it doesn't, usually the site will ask you to click on a link, okay, in this case it's accept this lead. I want to accept. The lead here is in my inbox in this format. I've actually changed for confidentiality reasons. This is an anonymous, okay? And we're going to work with this example of Mrs. Daffy Duck. So the next thing we want to do is log in. You should be logged into your Zapier account. So I want you to go to parser.zapier.com and log in with your Zapier account, okay? I'm going to authorize that. Okay, and I'm now in my Zapier account. And what I need to do is I need to create a new mailbox. Okay, and this is essentially going to be a unique email address created by Zapier that is unique to those Worcester Bosch leads. And so you want to do that for your every lead source. So you'd have a unique email for TrueQuote, a unique email for Check a Trade, and so on. So we create a new mailbox. And now what it's done is it's created a unique, totally unique name. Okay, and so this is unique all throughout Zapier. So I know it's a little bit of a random number here, but if you want to start, getting a naming convention around your lead sources, you might underscore Worcester, something like that, and so you know that this is the lead. Okay, and you can say save address and template, and you've now got that. Right, I'm going to call this Worcester. Just took away the H spelling mistake. I can't use an underscore. It has to be without underscore. Only A to Z or 0 to 9, and you can save that as a template. Okay, so now it's created this unique mailbox, which all of the Worcester leads should be sent to this. So you're eventually going to have to go to the Worcester site and actually change your existing inbox or email address to this one here, so that those email notifications will go in here instead of to you. Or if there's an ability to CC, you can make them go to both places. Also, you can set up a forwarder. Like if you're using Gmail, you can just set up an automatic forwarder so to forward all of the Worcester leads to this email address. Now, to show you this in progress, what we need to do is we need to send this email to Parser to tell it what data we want. So as an example, I'm going to forward this to that email address. Okay, I'm going to take out this, and I'm going to make sure you want to take out things like the forwarding here or the read. Just pretend it's actually the actual lead information that you get from Worcester. This is the new email address. Click send. Okay, now when I go back to Parser and I view emails here, so I've refreshed my page, and here you can see the email that I've just sent. Now, the whole point of Parser is an application that's going to look at the email content and extract bits of that email so it can be used as data in marketing. And so you want to click over here and just look at the original email, and as you can see, this is the contents of the email. And what we need to do is we need to create a template for Worcester. So I click on template. Okay, it's going to tell me you need to click on a template. And now it's going to say, I want you to highlight the text you want to extract and give it a name. So, for example, we can say this is going to be the full name. Actually, what we could do, instead of picking up the misses, is we could just pick up this, for example. And we're going to call this full name. Okay, great. And now we're going to click on the postcode, and then we're going to call that postcode, and so on. Let's pick up the email. Let's pick up the phone number. Okay, and that's really the information that we really need to contact the lead. And then we can save this save address and template here, so that will save. Now that you have created your template, you've got your data, you've told Parser what data you want, you can use this app in Zapier. Okay, so click on that. you can go back to Zapier. This is where it gets really powerful. So because you can now access that pretty much, you've just created your own Zap, right, for Worcester. So for example, I can now go in here and I can create Worcester leads to lead hero. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I want to select my app, which is going to be Parser, Email Parser by Zapier. This is an inbuilt application. And you can then collect triggers when a mailbox gets a new email. Okay, so click on New Email, Continue. Okay, now you want to sign into your Parser account. Authorize that. Great. Choose an account. That's the one. Continue. Right, and now it's going to ask you which mailbox. So you eventually you might have a few. So I can see the one I created here is Worcester. You might have one for check a trade, which trade, wherever your leads are coming in. We'll choose this one. And I can test that trigger now. It's going to connect the two. And now I can sort of see that, it's reading the data that we used in there, in the body and the plane. Okay. And the output, that it's parsing, this is really cool because it's reading the body of the email, which is all of this data here, but when it's parsing it, the output is actually separating it into the fields that we have established. So we can then use that in Lead Hero in all of our marketing initiatives. Okay. Now, so we've got the data, and the second action is to do something with it. And what we want to do is we want to put it into Lead Hero. So you should have already connected our invite-only Lead Hero Zap. Lead Hero, yeah. And the event will be to add this to an opportunity. Okay. Now, if you haven't already connected your Lead Hero account, if you haven't signed in, you need to do that first. You only need to do it once, and I'll walk you through that here. But basically, it's going to ask you for your company's API code. Okay. Okay, and you can find that if you go to your company settings. So you go to your account, click on settings, go to company, okay, and you can basically copy and paste this API key, okay, and you can copy it into Zapier like that. Okay. And you've now connected Lead Hero to Zapier. Okay. And you can basically take in all of the information that we've parsed. So we were using full name. So let's see what we've got here. We've got, yep, Daffy Duck, parse output full name. We've got the phone number. Yep. We've got an email address. Full name. What else do we have? We've got a postcode. There we go. Right, I think that's the important stuff that we need right now. You can also get other stuff from the email if you want to just if you want to put the whole email in your notes. So you've got the whole thing. You can take the whole body of the email and put it in there, and you've got everything in your notes. You can then tag that. This is really up to you. Or we could tag it Worcester leads. The source, actually that's the source really. Source could be Worcester leads. Tags could be anything from the data itself. You want to mark it as a lead. This is a required, we require that. We want to know who's an existing customer, and who's a lead. And this is where you choose what pipeline to put that lead into. Let's just do, just for the example, general pipeline, where we don't have any automations at the moment, and we're going to put that into new lead. You don't have to put assign to user, and here's any other information that you might have or want to put in, but that's really all you need to get started. And now if I continue, okay, it's going to just give me a confirmation of the data that it's sending here. This is all good. So I'm going to test this. Okay, contact was sent. Let's see in the opportunities here. Let's have just a little see. Yeah, Daffy Duck has been put into our pipeline with the Worcester Bosch. If you click on this opportunity, you then get their contact name, email, phone, and the information that you need. In the notes section, we've got the full notes of the email. So that's pretty, once it's in here, the sky's the limit in terms of automation, nurture. You can send them voicemails, information, brochures, pretty much call them direct from our soft phone. So that's pretty much the process to get all of your leads from different sources, and when they come to you as an email, to take them through this, use Zapier and get them into Lead Hero as a new lead. So you only need to do this once, guys and girls. When you're in Zapier, you'll have a couple of zaps set up. We can I won't turn this on right now because I was just an example using my email address, but you'll just have a few zaps called Worcester, whatever your sources are, and that's it. That's how you get all of your emails, leads into Lead Hero for marketing automation. Bit of a whopper of a training, I know, but once you get this, the world is your oyster in terms of marketing automation and growing a seamless system that will free up your time. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. All the best. Thank you.